What's going on, Dawg Pound? Woof, woof, woof. This is UngarToTheMax here. And the Browns certainly were busy, weren't they? Getting Tyrod Taylor, Jarvis Landry, and Demarius Randall. So, since the Browns got Tyrod Taylor, they should not take a quarterback with the number one pick. And now, some of you who are Cleveland Browns fans and are members of the Dawg Pound might be saying, "What are you, nuts? We have Sam Darnold available, Josh Rosen, Josh Allen, Baker Mayfield. How do you not take a quarterback with the number one pick?" Wait a minute. There's a running back from Penn State who's really good. Who will be available with the number one pick. Why would you pass on him? Yeah. Why would you pass on Saquon Barkley, who did amazing during his time at Penn State? Think about this for a minute. Duke Johnson, the Browns have converted Duke Johnson into a hybrid running back and wide receiver. He plays more wide receiver than anything else. And Isaiah Crowell has kind of fluctuated. He's had up seasons and then he's had down seasons. Saquon Barkley was consistent as a running back at Penn State. I think it adds a good element to this team because Crowell and Barkley are two different styles. If you can somehow get Crowell to be a more physical type running back, Barkley's more of the speedster, although he can be a physical running back at times. But in general, I think Barkley is more of a speed running back. So I think it would be a good contrast in styles. Then you have Josh Gordon on the outside and Jarvis Landry on the inside, or as a slot receiver. Then you have Demarius Randall as cornerback. The Browns had a decent defense last year, but it was that offense that was horrible. But they did have a couple bright spots, even though we went 0-16. Sad face. But Njoku played well at times for the Browns, but overall, it was just a disaster last season. But I like that they're keeping Hugh Jackson around. And I like that. But what I love, though, is that the Browns got an offensive coordinator. But here's the trick. And here's the trick for what the Browns need to do if they draft a quarterback with the number 4 pick. Because, as I said, they should take Saquon Barkley with the number 1 pick. So, let's say they draft Sam Darnold, okay? Or, actually, better yet, because Baker Mayfield visited with the Browns a couple days ago. Let's say the Browns draft Baker Mayfield. Should the Browns just stick Baker Mayfield in an offense and say, "Go run it"? No, that is not what you need to do. That is not how you will be successful in this league. What do I mean? Look at the Tennessee Titans, for example. Or, better yet, the Philadelphia Eagles, who just won the Super Bowl. And thank you, Philadelphia, for slaying the dynasty dragon known as the New England Patriots. But if you look at the Eagles, or actually, let me go back to the Titans. I think this is a better example. The Tennessee Titans drafted Marcus Mariota with the number 2 pick out of Oregon back in the 2016 NFL draft, I believe it was. I might be a little off on that. But did the Titans just stick Marcus Mariota in an offense and say, "Here, go run it"? No, they did not. They did something different. What they did is they determined what Marcus Mariota's strengths and weaknesses are, and then built their offense around that. Even though Mariota is a good passer and can pass on the run, or be a good running quarterback, the Titans are a run-first offense. But my point is, the Titans have gotten to be so successful, because they built their offense around their quarterback's strengths. the Browns have been stubborn. Like, they had potential. They had quarterbacks who could have been potentially good quarterbacks. Colt McCoy, for example. Let's see, who else? Not Johnny Manziel, not Brandon Whedon. Colt McCoy, you had... God, they've had... not Jake Delhomme. Okay, let me just take Colt McCoy, for example. He had a couple good games for the Browns. I'm not going to lie. But again, the Browns just said, here, or Kaiser, even though they just traded Deshaun Kaiser to the Packers. They just put Deshaun Kaiser in an offense. The Browns did not try and figure out what Kaiser's strengths and weaknesses were. So he didn't really get to show his full potential in the Browns offense. So, I'm not going to say if the Browns draft a quarterback, when the Browns draft a quarterback, they should build and design their offense around that quarterback's strengths and weaknesses. Obviously, more on the strength side than the weaknesses side. Because I think if they do that, the Browns will actually be successful. Do I think that'll be enough to get them to the playoffs? No. But do I think they'll do better than 0-16? Yes. But they do have one of the toughest schedules. Actually, that reminds me. When the Cleveland Browns schedule comes out, later in the week, whenever it is, either a day later or a little bit, maybe that same day, I'll do a schedule prediction show just for you guys. So be on the lookout for that. When the Cleveland Browns schedule comes out, I'll do a schedule prediction video. And quick side note, for the Jacksonville Jaguars, I'll do the same thing. Actually, I'll do a combined schedule prediction show. So I'll do the Cleveland Browns schedule prediction first, and then the Jaguars. Alright? So be on the lookout for that video. And this is the start of more Cleveland Browns videos. So for Unger to the Max, from the Dawg Pound in Cleveland, Ohio, this is Unger to the Max signing off. Woof, woof. Here we go, Brownies. And also, go Cavs and go Jackets. Unger to the Max signing off. Salute.